Hello, it's Shelby Connelly, and you're watching 5 Elements Living TV, the place to go to learn the art of self-cultivation. My very first guest doing these interviews is my good friend Paula Youmell. And we met 10 years ago? No.
Oh God, no, 17.
Yeah, 17 years ago when I opened my practice. You had called me, begging me to treat your dog because he was depressed.
He was very sick.
Yeah, he was sick because you were doing some moving and just changing your life. And I said no 3 times, and by the 4th phone call, I
was
had to
crying.
meet you. Yes, I had to meet you. So, and I'm so glad because I call you my partner, business partner, and the person that I work with. Even though our practices are separate, I call you for advice. You've called me in times of crisis, and I just think we work well together. And when I open 5 Elements Living, I'm so looking forward to seeing you daily.
Yes, working together.
Yes, and that's the whole point of 5 Elements Living, is I'm looking forward to bringing people together that are of a healing modality that we can all
Collaborate
and have good conversations and really treat people on a deeper level. So,
thank you, Shelby.
yes. So, you moved out of the area to go to school. Could you tell the audience a little bit about where you went to school and why you chose to come back here?
Well, I left the area because I knew that nursing was not working for me. It was not about health. It was about patching up.
You're an RN.
I'm an RN. It was about patching up pieces of people's lives in ways that were not healing, and I wanted to do preventative education. So I went back to school at SUNY Cortland to get my health education degree so I could work on the education end. If I could educate people, I would prevent them from doing what they do to their bodies. And then I needed to get my master's, because as a teacher you need a master's, so I decided to do it in phys ed, so I would have something dual certification, as well as the master's at SU was in lifetime wellness and fitness promotion, which to me went right along with it.
Mm-hmm.
I came back to this area because I love the Adirondacks, I love the mountains, I love the woods around here, and also really where I wanted to do my healing work was with the people in the communities that I grew up in, the people that I know and love. Yeah,
a lot of people, when I tell them about you, they either know you through the health field or they grew up with you. You are well loved in your community, that's for sure. That's even nice growing up as a child.
Oh, that's nice to
so,
Shelby.
Very true.
That's why I'm here.
Yes. And when you surprised me with that you wrote a book, you know, we talked quite a bit, and all of a sudden one day you said to me, would you mind doing the foreword for my book? And I was so excited but yet blown away at the same time that you'd written this book. So you put all these ideas that you've been given. I've been to your classes. You've asked me to be a guest speaker when you were teaching at SUNY Potsdam. And so I've seen your notes, and I've seen all that, and that you compiled them into this book. So can you tell us a little bit about the book? Show us well, I have the cover actually. The Whole Foods Kitchen series. It's a series. So
it is a series. I have 2 more written and probably 4 more in the works.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited because patients went crazy over this when they saw it. God. Not only because they like the idea of hands-on health and learning how to eat in certain ways and take better care of themselves, because I know it's not just about what to eat. You have about movement in here and some meditation, but that you were a local person. Somebody that they knew or had an idea, they know somebody who knows you, has written this great book. So I want to show everybody the cover.
Take care of their health.
The cover of what it looks like. And the fun part about this book is some of it is such common sense, which you go, oh yeah, in it. So do you have a part that you struggled to put together?
No.
It just all flowed.
It literally, when I decided I was going to put it down on paper, it just all flowed. And yes, there was no struggle with it at all. And a lot of it, truthfully, was working with clients and trying to help them clean up their lifestyle, clean up their diet. It was what I was teaching them over and over and over again. And I kept thinking, I'm beginning to sound, to me, I sounded like a broken record. But with each new person, it was something new. And I thought, if I can just put it down in a book that I can just hand it to them, this is your jump start. Do this, read this, and then come back and we'll start there. And so that's why I put it down in a book.
Well, you and I had this conversation earlier that I think it is worth bringing up in front of other people is this sounds like such a, it is, you go do this book. But I have found that the patients that I have, even though it sounds simple, the doing it.
Doing it is impossible for most people.
Yes, and why do you think that it's impossible?
Well, we all have our own reasons why we do the things that we do, that we overeat, that we're addicted to sugar, that we're addicted to caffeine. We have things missing in our lives, and that's what I tried to address in it, that it's not just about healing the physical body, because you cannot heal the physical body until you heal the spiritual and the emotional body. And yet, that's where I have to start with people, is the physical, because most people don't want to start pouring their lives out to you about everything else immediately. And until you address those issues and you find out what sweet thing is missing in your life that you're eating 2 pints of ice cream every night to get the sweetness instead of creating it in another way, why are you overeating? What is not fulfilling your life? What fulfillment do you need that isn't fulfilling yourself by filling your gut?
Yes.
And it's those kind of things. And people, like, when you throw that at them, and they, it's very clear they have a sugar addiction, and you say to them, what sweetness is missing in your life? When you ask them that question.
Yes.
And they'll look at you with this blank look, and then all of a sudden it starts pouring out. And that's what I tried to address in the book. You really need to move beyond just changing your diet. It's looking for those things that you need to make your life enriched.
Well, that's the whole word, holistic. It isn't about just, I want to lose weight. I want to stop eating sugar. It really is the wholeness of it.
Yes.
The excitement that people get from digging deeper.
Digging deeper.
And the fear of digging deeper, because there's a fear that goes along with that. Have you found that with a lot of your clients?
Absolutely. It's a fear of change. Not having the same old things going on in their lives that they're comfortable with, even though they know it's not healthy. At least they know what to expect. And then you're moving into the unexpected in so many different ways. And I always tell people, just let go of the weight loss. Stop gearing your life around weight loss, because then it's about guilt and deprivation, and I've indulged, and I'm bad, and I'm good today. Just let go of the weight loss thing. If you gear your thoughts to, am I making choices for wellness? Because if you're making choices for wellness, you'll make a better choice without guilt and without deprivation. And
Yes. Well, the part that I'm going to be putting in with 5 Elements Living that I'm really excited about, because this is definitely not where I thrive, is in the kitchen. That's where Paula
I thrive
is.
in the kitchen, yes.
Yes, she's amazing. She can make the most delicious desserts out of whole foods that you've ever eaten, and make them stick together and look good as well. So I want to let people know that with part of the retreats, we're going to be doing some cooking classes.
Yes.
I say we, meaning I'm setting them up.
I'll do the cooking.
Yeah.
No, you'll do the cooking. You'll do the cooking. I'll cook with you.
Yes, yes, and then they'll get to go home with the recipes and get to go home with samples and the excitement, because they've done it in front of you, where you can stand over their shoulder and show them the little pieces that they might be missing when you just look at a recipe.
Absolutely. And that it's not as hard as they think. Because
Right.
most people just get too overwhelmed.
Oh, that's it. That's it. And so if you come with friends or come with a group, and you're all working together, that fear we were just talking about. I have it myself, just fear of walking in the kitchen. I have bought all the products. I get all excited. I don't mind doing the shopping and getting the gluten-free flours or the coconut flour, the coconut oils, and then I look at it and I get overwhelmed. So I've made the phone calls to you before, but I'm so excited that you're going to be there regularly to teach us how to live better.
I'm excited too, Shelby.
Yes. So one last question I have is, you do live an amazing lifestyle. You do stick to what this book says. I am a witness to that. I don't know if I've ever even witnessed you kind of going back on what you've said, but do you find that there might be, where is like your learning edge? Where is it that maybe you could do better, or
Patience.
patience?
Patience.
Okay.
Patience in my own life with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Patience with my children. And not that I'm not patient with clients, I am.
Sure.
But inside, I'm just like, sometimes, what is it that you can't make this change? I want them to leap over that boundary because it's right there, and it's so clear to me what it is that they need to do. And I think it's clear to them too, and having patience to let them get over that,
Mm-hmm.
that line, that hump in life, and not trying to push over.
Right, because I think it matters, because there's could definitely be some intimidation when you go to a retreat and you're learning healthy lifestyle and thinking that we have it all together.
Yes, yes.
And we don't.
No.
We don't have it all together.
No,
I think
I
I would have
struggle.
each other to go off from. So
And to ask questions. And
yes,
just support. Everybody needs support.
support. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being here. And thank you for joining us.